Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another review. I'm Dashiell Rose here. Welcome back to another review on DreamWorks. This time we're going to be looking at Kung Fu Panda 2. Hopefully, unlike the last review, this one does not mess up. Hopefully this one will watch you go through. And I will have to re-upload it. Yeah, I had to, redo the other video. Well, not, redo it, but you know what I mean. I had to re-upload it because it didn't go through. So, anywho, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 1K subs. If we can get to 1K subs, I will give you guys a reward video. Thank you for the people who are subscribed and all of that, and whatnot, and, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the review. So, Kung Fu Panda 2. You know, after the first one I did really, really well and was really well received, of course they would make a second one. So, how is the second movie? Is it as good as the first movie, or is it actually a downgrade from the first movie? Well, I have to say, this movie is really, really good. This movie is really good. Honestly, this movie might actually be better than the first movie. That's right, we're gonna go right to it and give this movie a good and 120 points. Yes, 120 points. What can I say? I really, really like this movie a lot. I really do. it is very emotional and all that. It's very emotional. I like how we get to explore, Po's backstory and all that. Well, I mean, we already knew that he wasn't related to, his dad, but basically though, it's still nice that we get to get a backstory and all that, and figure out where he came from and all that. It's really good. And I like how we get to have the Furious Five go with it, because they're going on their way to stop Lord Shang from destroying China and all that, basically with his super cannons and all that. And I gotta say, he's a great villain too. I really like him. I think he's probably my favorite villain out of the franchise. I was thinking maybe it would be Tai Lung, because Tai Lung was a pretty great villain in the first movie too, and a very big threat with his epic, prison break scene and all that. But I don't know. I think I like Lord Shang more, because he's threatening too and all. He's a great fighter, and I just really like him. I also like how he has a goat, who tries to warn him. She's kind of like Master Oogway in a way. She can just see the future. She's very wise and all that. Although she's not although she does have she can't completely see the future, because she's the one who told Po about the Panda Village. But yeah, she told him about the Panda Village and all that, and how he's lost his his pandas and all that, and she basically, knows, apparently, I guess, solved the whole thing, 'cause she told him about it later on down the road. So, yeah, clearly, clearly, it's very sad, because basically Lord Shin basically killed all the pandas and all. He killed them all, and Poe escaped as a baby, because basically, Poe was that's how Poe ends up with his dad and all that, But yeah, basically he ends up escaping and all that, and it's very tense. The movie throughout is very tense throughout the movie. It's very tense. It still gives me goosebumps to this day. It still gives me goosebumps. Even though I've seen this movie before and all that, it still gives me a lot of goosebumps. Especially when Poe almost dies by getting shot by a cannon and all that. It's very tense and all that, it still gives me goosebumps, even though, like I said, I've seen it many times and all that, and I know kind of what's happened. It's very tense. This movie, though, definitely gives me a lot of, it definitely makes me, feel for Poe and all that. Now, of course, this movie, though, with it, being the third movie and all that, it's like you at this point, there's still pandas out there and all that, and he finds his village and his father and all that. His father's even revealed at the end of the movie, so you know that he's still gonna be there. But it's still very tense, what happened, and all that, and It definitely makes you feel a bit different watching the movie. You basically it's still, his dad's okay, but his mom is probably dead and all that. And I mean, of course we only see the dad at the end of the movie, but just the fact of that she's not there and all that just tells you how tense the whole thing is and all that, and I just really like it, and also it does make me laugh at times too. It does like when Poe returned to save his friends, from Lord Shane and all that, and he's talking to him and you can't hear him and all that. It's pretty funny, and there is one scene where they're in jail and all that, and they spend about a minute and they're trying to break these heroes out of jail and all that, and they want to be left alone because they don't want to risk China getting into a war, and basically they just keep on trying to break them. It's kind of annoying, honestly. I don't really like that scene, but otherwise, most of the scenes in this movie are definitely really good, really, really good, and all that, and, like I said, I just like it a lot. We actually don't see Shifu in this movie a lot. He's there at the beginning of the movie, he's there at the beginning, and then he'll show up, at the end, of the movie for the final fight, but for the most part, he's not even in the movie that much. He's pretty much just, his, but, he's pretty much, just there to help, they're there to, tell Poe about, about a trick and all that, with peace and all that, and he learns it and at the end and all that, which somehow too he saw a vision of Poe getting hurt and all that, so that was pretty interesting and all that, but I don't feel like he needs to be throughout the entire movie. I feel like it focusing more on the Furious Five and all that's pretty, nice and all that. And Tigress and Poe had their, their relationships and all that too. They do. They have their relationship like I feel like the relationship, like they start hugging more and all that. Like I thought maybe they're setting him up to well, they're setting him up, to basically become what will let them to become a couple and all that. That's something that would be kind of something I could see them kind of doing. I think Viper, they still had some feelings for Poe and all that she had some feelings for Poe in the first movie because it was revealed at the end credits and all that, that she was using her tail and wrapping her body around the panda and kissing it. So, and some people say that could be just her being her kind, self, because Viper is known for being like the kindest of the Furious Five, which is true. But the fact that she went that far, I think there was definitely something going on there. But then now that I have Tigress and all that. But I mean, to be fair, Tigress and Poe could also be just best friends too, I don't know. But they both hugged and all. Even in the first movie, we have Poe playing with a Tigress action figure and all that, and she's basically playing with an action figure. I mean, he's playing with the action figure and having kiss and all that. But it's pretty interesting. But I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of interesting how they're going with this. But I will say, as for right now, I'm not gonna spoil anything with the Kung Fu Panda stuff. But I will say, as for right now, Poe does not. Poe actually does not have any relationships with any of the Furious Five, outside of friends, So I don't know. Maybe Tigress or Viper could end up being a thing with him. I would say it probably end up being more Tigress than anything, but I don't know. I mean, DreamWorks does this thing all the time. They'll mix up species and all that, and they'll mix up their species and all that, and it's kind of something they do a lot, but I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. I don't know if they'll even focus on that or not, because like I said, that's kind of something I don't really see them doing, But I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it could. Maybe, like I said, maybe it could happen. But I don't know. I don't know what they'll, like I said, I don't know what they'll do in the future. It's very interesting, but we'll just have to see, I guess, what happens with that. But I don't know. I don't know if they'll do that or not. But I will say, I'm trying to figure out what else I want to say before I move on with the video here. Before I get to the comment questions, I don't know if there's really much else I want to say here. I don't know. I definitely think this movie is definitely really good and all that. And a lot of people say this is their favorite Kung Fu Panda movie. I'm thinking it might be the same way. I think it might be my favorite too. I will say though, I do want to say this. I'll say this is kind of something that people probably shouldn't do. But I literally watched the third movie before I watched this movie, and I should have watched the second movie first, but I actually didn't have access to it back in the day. I didn't have access to it, so I watched the third movie on Netflix. That's where I first watched that at, and because I didn't have access to the second movie, so I couldn't watch the second movie. So I watched the third movie before the second movie. Unless maybe I watched the second movie in the past and don't remember, but I don't think I really watched it that much. I didn't really watch it. And that's something I probably shouldn't have done, because I would have understood the story a bit more and all that. It kind of would have not spoiled as much stuff for me, but I don't know, it really ain't nothing I can do about it now, but still, I don't know, I think this movie is probably my favorite of the 3 or 4 now, because there's 4 movies now, but I don't know, well, I'll just have to see how the 3rd one is, I guess, but yeah, I think this movie is definitely one of DreamWorks' best and all that, and I think I'm going to go ahead and go to the comment questions now, if you don't mind. Go to the comment question and talk about my, opinion on, how people's opinions and some stuff. So let's go ahead and talk about the comment questions. Alright, let's talk about the comment question. To the comment questions we go in the sky. My comment question is, this is something I already talked about in the video, but I figured, it was kind of a big thing pointing out in the movie. I kind of wanted to talk about it anyway. Like, I want to ask you guys, who do you think would be a better love interest for Poe? Well, would you guys pick Viper or Tigress? Or you guys can even pick out people from the cartoon show as well, because the TV show, because there's also the Legends of Awesomeness and all that too, but I don't know who I would, because I haven't seen that show in a while, and with Viper and Tigress, I don't know who would be a better couple, because both of them I feel like do kind of like Poe. I feel like it's in a way kind of reminds me of Mario, where like multiple characters like him and all that. Like, it's kind of interesting and all that. Because if you play like the Paper Mario games and all that, a lot of characters like him and all that, and I feel like that's kind of how it is with Poe too. But I don't know. I think Poe is. Well, I would say maybe Viper could be a good couple, but I don't know. I think Tigress probably be a good one too. I don't know. It's really hard for me to decide. I think they both do kind of like him in a way, but I don't know if Tigress really likes him or not. But there has been hints that Viper might like Poe too, like I mentioned in the first movie and all that, and with the end credit scene and all that, and then there was even some scenes. I think in the second movie, we had like her in the barrel and all that. Like, she was still in the barrel and all that. While I think while everybody else was kind of out and all that. And I don't know. It's kind of interesting, but I don't know. And that's kind of a strange question. It could be also they just are friends with them too, but I guess if you had to ship them together, I don't know who I would ship. I don't know. I could probably ship Viper and Poe maybe, because I feel like Tigress and Poe were more so were like sibling sibling-ish people, but I don't know. But I know Poe kind of liked Viper and all that. But I think throughout the movies they more share just being friends and all that. So I don't know. But we'll have to see. Like, I just want you guys' opinions on that and whatnot, because I'm really curious. But I know it's a very strange question, but I really couldn't think of another question to ask. Because honestly, I would say people's favorite favorite movie and all that, but favorite favorite DreamWorks Kung Fu Panda movie, but I feel like a lot of people would say this one and all that. So I wanted to make the questions not so predictable, so Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and let things go from here. I'll see you guys later. Have a nice, wonderful day. See you next time.